I can do a lot better if I had my own company. If I had my own startup, I can do a lot better. I would have taken a lot more better decisions. I would have just changed this entire Indian market, and I could have done a lot so much good things. I can sell any product to any single person. Many people have these kind of mentality while they are working for others. Many single people, like any profession you are at, any single profession, many of the people have this kind of mindset that if I had something of my own, I would have given my 100% and I would have taken it to some another different heights. And you might even have heard about or just read these quotes on social media platforms that, like, either you work for yourself, for your dreams, or you work for somebody else's dreams. This thing is the worst mindset ever, and I'm not saying it. It's not you are watching this video and hearing this one thing. No, it is the market which tells you. If, let's see, every single person have 24 hours in a day, and this video is going to tell you why this thing, why this kind of mindset, why this egoistic mindset, why this quote which is just made for the insecure people, why this quote is 110% wrong. A very good morning to you all. My name is Shubham Bisht and I welcome you all once again back to this amazing platform of YouTube named as Happiness Prime, and this H64 Prime video just for you special people who are here to learn some amazing values. First of all, this egoistic mindset which many people develop just because of the self DNA of the things which they have inherited from the parents. And when they enter in the Indian market, when they enter in a company, when they work with some other employees, when they work with some other people, a group of people, then always you might get a thought that you could have done everything better if you had the throne, if you had the upper hand, if you had a good situation, if you were at a higher position, if you were the owner, then you could have done it better. Many people have this kind of mindset, and due to this insecurity, due to this egoistic mindset, many people are not able to just put on 110% efforts in that particular field at that instant of time. And what matters the most, see, let's come back to that quote which we just shared with you. Either you work for your dreams or you work for somebody else's dream. Why this quote makes zero sense. Every single people, every single person in this whole universe have 24 hours in a day. You can work for a company for 10 to 12 hours, maximum 14 hours, not more than that. No company is allowed to just hold you and close you in a jail for more than 15 hours in a day. And you have to sleep. I accept the fact that you have to sleep 6 hours a day, and that is all it is needed. 6 hours plus 15 hours, how much is it? How much is it? 15 plus 6 is 21 hours, and still you have 3 hours spare. Now imagine, do you work, like, ask to yourself that do you work 15 hours in a job or for somebody else's dream? And even if you do 12 hours, then you have 6 hours for yourself. If you work for 13 hours, then you have 5 hours for yourself. If you work for 15 hours for somebody, like just for them, just purely for them, then also you have 3 hours left to learn something for yourself, to build something, to have more values, to learn something new of different industries, to just learn and make yourself, make your work more. This is the mentality which lacks in most of the people. If you have the tendency right now, what people do with this kind of egoistic mindset, what is the biggest mistake which market tells them, not me, not this video, not anybody else, not anyone is going to tell you. The market will prove you the amount of money which is coming in your pocket, the amount of dreams which you are fulfilling of your family, the amount of happiness which you are lacking to give to your family, the things which you want to fulfill but you cannot just because the lack of money or the lack of time or the lack of just being with the family. See, financial independence is important just because your family needs you. You don't need to work 15 hours in a day with the job, with the corporate thing, but still you need to have that much amount of work that your 1 hour can cover up the whole company's expenses. You need to have that much amount of values information and the worth that you can have this much importance and this much time you can give it to your family. So even if you work, see, now the egoist, let's come back to the egoistic mindset. What, when people have this kind of me and myself mindset, what they do is they are not able to put even the 60% or 70% efforts in the thing which they are doing. They always think about themselves before they think about the clients, before they think about the customers, before they think about the company, before they think about the company's dreams and all the targets. They just think about themselves, and whenever this ego comes forward, you will never be able to close a sale, you will never be able to help somebody, or you will be never able to just provide a solution to a client for some problems or errors, or you won't take the responsibility. We can say that you will just blame others. You will never take the accountability or the responsibility of you taking the throne in your hands and trying to solve everything. You won't do it. You just have to blame others for this particular situation. So this is kind of thing which we have seen in many of, like, we have all experienced and we are learning from this. And the more we learn, now we just come to a point of, you can say, life where you know this one thing, that if you give even a single minute or a single, you can say, hour or single week or single month or single year, if you give some amount of time to somebody, make sure, listen to this very carefully, make sure you give 200% efforts. You have to prove your worth, not a month, not a year, not a week. You have to prove your worth every single second. You need to just show why you are here, why you have earned this opportunity, what is your worth, what you have learned, how much you can give. You don't have to ask. People will name your price. If you ask, people will name your price. If you prove, then everybody knows your price. That is a big sentence which you have to know the worth, which you have to know the value of. You don't need to speak. Your actions need to speak by themselves. And people are smart. People can understand everything by themselves. So this is very important to learn. You never have to have ego. Don't be so much insecure for the future. Don't predict the things which are happening, which are going to happen in the future. Like, let me tell you this one thing. Anything which you are thinking about the future is not going to happen. Life will completely change. It may happen in 10 to 15 or 20 or 25 or 30 years, but it won't happen tomorrow. And if this thing is not happening tomorrow, then it is just making you impatient. It is just wasting your time and mindset. Either you can have this mindset that just let me tell you this one thing. You have the tendency. You have did all the hard work, and I really support you a lot. If you're watching this video, if you're still watching this video, I really want to tell you that you have done a lots amount of hard work. You have just expertised your field, and just because of that mindset, you're not able to achieve that kind of things, that kind of results. When you give something to somebody, the happiness which you get is unbelievable. You might have heard about karma. Good karma give good results, and that is 110% true. So if you're just good at something, just make sure you give your 200% results, and you have to be mentally aware of every single activity or decisions which you take. You don't need to blame somebody. Take a responsibility. Say sorry if you make a mistake and learn from your mistakes. Like, provide the solutions. Don't be a problem. I hope you got to learn from this first fact. Second thing which we are going to discuss is about the product. Some people have this mindset that you can sell to anyone. You can sell the product to anyone. Selling the unsellable. Selling a product to a unsellable person. What is an unsellable person? Unsellable person is a person who don't want that product, who is not just looking for that product. If you are trying to sell a product to somebody, if you're trying to convince or manipulate, or you are just motivating a person to buy something, is never a good use of time. You're just being bored. You're just being unenergetic. and you're not trying to hustle more and build more sources of leads, build more. Let's see, this is a world of internet. You have Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Clubhouse, you have YouTube, you have LinkedIn, you have Instagram, you have blogs, you have vlogs, you have an amazing, like you have so many sources of leads. You have so this is a vast area where you can get leads. If you pitch 10 people, only one person wants it, and if you are trying to just sell to another 9 people who just don't want it, then that is just a waste of time. Either you can hustle more and you can get that 10 level to the 100 people, and now you have to pitch the 100 people, so the 10 can buy it and 90 will replace it. 90 will just say no. So if somebody says no, I don't want it, you don't need to motivate that person. They'll come. You need to help the person who wants it. You need to solve the problems of the person who wants it. You need to find and you need to build more lead sources rather than just motivate the person you have. Don't be so much mean. That's it. So these were the 2 points which we were going to discuss, and amazing points, and I hope that you get to learn the best from this one, and you keep loving your loved ones, keep enjoying the journey, have patience. When you have patience, when you have this much happiness and these kind of positive values, then you stay happy. Just a little back pain. Oh, just because. Okay, so when you learn so many things, you'll always stay excited. This is 12 o'clock in the morning, and we have slept in the afternoon. That is why we are hustling a lot in the night section. So we are very happy, and we hustle every day, 18 hours a day, anyhow, in any condition. 18 hours a day hustle, 6 hours sleep mandatory, and 2 time food is mandatory. Either the dinner or the morning breakfast, and second one is lunch. These 2 times mandatory, and that is how you can do 18 hours day hustle. And you need to have all the good mindset, all the prime values. Just try to help people, make this world a happier place to live. Always be positive, be a positive source of light, and always try to make people happy. You'll be happy, you'll get so much happiness that you can't even believe that thing. Your parents will be so much proud, you can't even believe that thing. Making your parents proud is such a nice thing in the whole world. It's like serving the God. It's like the pure prayers to the God. It's like amazing. Keep learning, keep hustling.